TikTok has released brand new editing features inside of the app to make creating our content even easier inside of the platform. Now, this does not mean that you absolutely have to be using their in-app editing features in order to be seen. It does mean if you are somebody who edits inside of the app, you're now going to have an easier time. So if you want to continue to edit outside and import in, feel free. It's not going to interrupt what you're doing as long as you are not putting something in like a watermark from Instagram or somewhere else. With that in mind, let's take a look at these brand new features so we can talk about how you can be leveraging these inside of your platform as well. So once you have a video, this is a video that I can be uploading now if I want. I am going to then look over to adjust clips. From there, I am going to have new features. Now, not everyone has access to this yet. If this has not been rolled out to your account, we're not panicking. We're not getting in my comments and saying, I don't have it. It is rolling out slowly as always, and it could take days, weeks, months, or even longer for everyone to gain access to this. So if you have it, you are one of the early people that has access to it right now. The rest of you are just going to have to wait until it's your turn. You might also notice that sometimes between different devices, you're going to have different access to different features. I have videos on why that is, and you can check them out on the channel. Now, inside of this, we now have the ability to scroll through our footage. We can see that it's listed right on the bottom there. And underneath it, you can see a little tab that says Add Sound. Now, if you tap on that, you're going to be able to select the sound that you want to add to your video. But now we have the ability to scroll through our footage again, and we can pick a place that we want our music to start. Let's say it's right there because we're making a point, and that's when we want the music to come in. Or we're having a conversation before the music is supposed to start. Now, once it is scrolled over to where we want, we can tap on that add sound and it will bring up the list of sounds that we have access to. Remember, of course, if you're creating commercialized content, you do need to be using the things available for commercial use. You cannot be using the popular trending sounds, but that is one of our other videos as well. If you've got questions on it, you can drop it down below. Once you've selected your song, now you have access to that, but there is more. So we're going to go through all these buttons. We're going to take a look real quick. Up at the top left-hand corner, you're going to see the cancel button. If you don't want to be editing it, you cancel out. If you're done editing, the save button is at the top right. Moving down to the bottom, you know we can already scroll through our content and we can add in the sounds. You are going to see a little plus button over that timeline. If you touch that, it's going to pull up other footage, so you have the ability to add in another video if that's something that you're going to want. From there, we actually have the ability to rearrange it. So if you hold your finger down on one of those clips, you can reorder those things if that is something that you're going to want. Now, if you look slightly above my timeline, you're going to be able to see through the timestamps where things are, so you can time things out if you need to. You've got a play button, so you can actually check your work. If you want to see if it's working the way that you had anticipated, hit the play button and you're going to be able to then watch it. You have undo and redo, and of course you have full screen. So that little square there with the missing pieces, that's going to move your footage into the full screen capacity so you can make sure and check on everything. To go back from that, that was the top left-hand corner. Let me show you one more time. Top left-hand corner, a little arrow. It was a little hard to see on my screen, but you can see you can tap back to that. Now down on the bottom, you have the ability to sound sync. You have the ability to edit. You can add your sound, your text, or you can overlay, which I'm very excited about. We're going to tap on overlay real fast. We're going to go ahead and we are going to tap on that, and I'm going to add in a clip. And now we can do picture-in-picture with this. So you use two fingers to make it bigger or smaller, and then you can change its location. And you can kind of see as you're holding down with it, you will have guides. They actually vibrate your phone a little bit so that you know when you're centered or when you're in specific locations, so you know what's going on. Always remember with TikTok, they do cover that bottom with the information, with the comments that pop up, with your captions. Don't put anything too low on this, but you can kind of see where this is, and you then have the ability to scroll through it and add it at specific times. So you cannot, or you can put it through the entire video if you want, or you can just put it when you absolutely need it, and you can trim it. So you're going to see on that bottom timeline, the second one here, you've got those little white lines. You can scroll that either side to clip it to make it smaller or longer as you are dropping that out for people. Now you also have the ability to do things like split your footage. You can speed things up, so you can make it faster or you can make it slower. You can control your volume, so you can raise and lower volume. You also have the ability to rotate things, and this is specific to that overlay. So you can split it if you need to. You can move things around. You can actually change it too. So you just see how I split that footage right there. I held my finger down on it and then moved it over on my timeline to then create that gap. So I have now turned it sideways. I have taken it away and added it back in. So you've got a lot of things that you can be doing with this. When you're ready to move forward with this, you can then hit that back button. It's going to take you into the rest of the things. Now on your timeline, you now have where those overlays are, so you can kind of see them, but they're not intrusive or in your way. You can, of course, edit things and access the split, the speed, the volume, the rotation, or you can outright delete something if that's what you want as well. Once you're entirely done, you're going to go up to that save button and you will be good to go so that you can then put your video out. Now, pro tip here, this is really important. If you are going to be using this video and editing it inside of TikTok, but you may want this footage for outside of TikTok, if you want to put it on YouTube Shorts or if you want to put it on Instagram Reels, you are going to save your video. And just like we've talked about in all those other videos on my channel, y'all, I have so many editing videos here for TikTok. Make sure you hit up the playlist I've linked down below for you. You are going to then be able to screen record your video before you post it. Before you post it, because after you post it, we'll have a watermark. And if you try to put something with a watermark on Instagram or YouTube, they will depreciate your video and not show it to people. So you always want to make sure you're screen recording it. Even if you're not sure you're going to use it elsewhere, have it inside of your camera roll in case you choose to do so. And I have methodology and practicality on how to do that in those videos inside of the playlist below. So make sure you're checking that out as well so that you do it the right way to save you time and effort. Speaking of saving time and effort, you can always make sure that you are hitting that subscribe and notification bell, because every single day I'm dropping a brand new video with special guests to teach you how to save time on social media so you don't have to stress over your content creation, so you can get back to doing what you love, running your business and living your best life. Daily videos on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, live streaming, and more, and business tips and tricks to help you grow what you're doing online so that you can create a more profitable business. Drop your questions below and I'll see you in the next episode.